Liam, how did that feel long last to make your Rangers debut?
It felt unbelievable. Been at Rangers a long time, so 20 years ago I first walked through the gates of the training centre, so that's what I've waited kind of majority of my life for, and over the moon I got a clean sheet and a victory. Obviously could have been a lot more, I think everybody watching the game knows that, but I'm so happy.
We spoke to you in the summer and you were saying it was a big gamble for you to leave Motherwell with everything you had there, but you were only one person away from getting your opportunity. I mean, today sort of feel like that was justified in that sense?
Obviously that's why I signed, in case I was ever called upon. We do a lot of work with Colin, the goalie coach, to be ready. So in the warm-up, after I got the news that I was going to be playing, he just said, let's go, this is what we're training for. So big thanks to him. Big thanks to my mum and dad, my granda. They've obviously put a lot of effort into getting me here. It took me a lot of Rangers games over the years. 14 years I was here, so they've put so much effort into me, and I'm sure they'll be glad watching that today.
How were the nerves? I suppose it helps you getting up.
Listen, I was really nervous. I'm naturally going to be really nervous. I just didn't want to let MD down. You know what I mean? I know the boys work so hard to be ready, but I've still got full belief in my own ability. I know exactly what I can do. And when I come in today, I just didn't want there to be any drama. I didn't want there to be any hassle. Get the victory. Doesn't matter who's in goal. Boys played well. Boys helped me a lot, and we move on.
Are the circumstances when you get on, is that help or a hindrance?
It's always going to be late. Do you know what I mean? With the position that I'm in, it's always going to be later on. You're never going to get a lot of notice when you're second choice goalkeeper. So I'm always ready to go. Obviously, I've played a lot of games in this league now. Dundee had some really good players playing the game today. Obviously, we gave them hope by no putting more chances away, so they grown hope in the game. But the circumstances are always going to be last minute, I think, the position I'm in.
Did you know beforehand that it might be a possibility that Jack might have to shoot off?
I had a rough idea that it might happen, that it might not happen, but before the game we didn't expect it to happen, so I'm ready to go all the time, so aye.
Is there a mental challenge to that, just in terms of having to be ready? You've come from a club where we were playing every week, different set of circumstances now, just mentally, is that something you've had to work on?
I think so, probably, but I think the fact I've played a lot of games in the league helps me. Obviously I played against Dundee numerous times for Livingston and Motherwell, so it was nice. It was a total different game today to what I'm used to. When I was playing against Dundee for Livingston and Motherwell, it was far more even than that. Obviously Dundee have their odd moment today, and due to us being a bit sloppy and a bit slack, and not putting our chances away, like I said, but it was nice to be so left alone for the majority of the game compared to what I'm used to.
Does that take a different mindset as well? Like you have to be prepared for anything at any moment, because you're so much you're not involved in the game that you have to be prepared for the one time it does come on. I
think because I was here for so long, obviously like I said, 14 years I was here, and we dominated a lot of games as going through the youth teams. Obviously we were expected to win, and anything else apart from winning wasn't accepted. So I'm used to dominating games with Rangers. Obviously it's what I've done the majority of my life, dominating games, putting away our chances, and kind of killing teams off. But so that was a nice wee feeling to have that back today.
How have you enjoyed working with Jack? I mean, obviously he's keeping you out of the team, but I mean, have you enjoyed the process of going in with him every day?
I have, I must be honest, I have. I've really enjoyed it. He's an unbelievable goalie. He's definitely the best goalkeeper in the league for me. He's got everything when I train with him. Obviously I've worked with a lot of goalies in my time. Really good cross balls, really good kicker, great shot stopper, great communicator, right foot, left foot. I'm a huge fan of him. Really good guy. We've got a good relationship. The goalkeeping group's really close and really strong. Obviously, like I said, we do a lot of work with Colin. Mason and Bud are in training as well. So the goalie department I think is in a good place, and there's never really any drama. So I love working with Jack and the goalkeeping department.
It's quite tough weighing up. Sorry, I was just going to say it was quite tough weighing up. Coming back here knowing you were going to be second choice, and knowing that would maybe damage any Scotland ambitions that you've got, having been in so many squads, made your Scotland debut. Was that just something you knew you might have to sacrifice if you wanted to come back here?
I think it was and it wasn't, in terms of I wasn't playing for Scotland, do you know what I mean? So I wasn't giving up playing. Me and Angus Gunn, who's the number one at that time, we're the same age, so if he's going to be there and I'm not going to play, then do I give up? Do I say no to Rangers in the hope that I stay in a Scotland squad to sit and watch? You know what I mean? And I must say I absolutely love my time at Scotland. I would love to be back in the squad, I love it, but I couldn't say no to Rangers, and just to keep doing what I was doing. I'd sat on the bench for Scotland for a lot of games, went to a major tournament, so grateful for that, but I couldn't say no to Rangers on the basis to watch for Scotland. No.
Last couple, guys.
Liam, I was kind of continuing from something you mentioned. You spoke to Mason Munn a few times this season from B-team games, and he speaks a lot about your experience and leadership. And I was going to ask you what you thought of the goalkeepers that are coming through, as well as Jack, but you've already answered that bit, so maybe a wee bit on the Mason and obviously Bunakis is there as well. What do you think of the strength of the goalkeeping group?
I think it's really good. I must be honest. I think it helps because I've done that process. Do you know what I mean? I'm a good example for people who leave the club as well. That you can go and have a career after you leave Rangers. If you're not playing and you want to play games, then go and do it. But also, there's nothing better than playing for Rangers either. So hence why I'm back here. Mason's really good, Bud's really good. Obviously they work really hard every day with Colin. Me and Jack try and help as much as we can whilst we're still trying to get better. They look at us, we look at them. Both really good guys, first and foremost. Really enjoy their company. And I'm delighted to have played today, and so pleased with the goalkeeping department. I am really happy with how that sits.
Is it now an expectation, Liam, that come the next fixture against St Mirren, if Jack's available, then it's back to normal, if you like, or are you now, was that kind of whetted your appetite today to try and stay in the team?
Obviously I would love to keep playing, and I would love to play every game, but I'm realistic to the situation as well. Obviously there's been a kind of personal matter with Jack today, and moving forward, I think if he's back, he's got so much credit in the bank. I think he's been our best player for a lot of games this year. I think he's an amazing goalie, so I'm not kind of resigned to the fact I'll not be playing, but I've got a lot of intelligence. I know how things work. I've been in the game a long time now, so if Jack plays, then no qualms with that. He's played really well this year, and I've only done okay for one game, so I wouldn't be too expecting anything else to be happening.